she says hurt the economy. And that concludes your lunchtime news update, brought to you compliments Fresh Vitamins. I am Richie Ferrell with the Q95 News team. Would like to thank Matthias Peltier for linking. Join us again at 4 p.m. for the Prime Evening News Update with Lakeisha Labasir. Good afternoon.
At Fresh Vitamins, we've got everything you need for health and well-being. We carry a wide range of all-natural sports nutrition and health supplements, plus gluten-free and organic foods, all from quality brands, including Solaray, Cal, Bob's Red Mill, Nature's Way, Source Naturals, and Desire Way. Fresh Vitamins has 2 convenient locations. We're at number 7, Great George Street, Roseau, and we're in Portsmouth, inside IGA Whitchurch Supermarket. Join our discount club and save up to 20% every day on your purchases. Like us on Facebook to stay informed about our products and specials. Come into Fresh Vitamins today and get healthy.
Bring them in, I say, bring them in. Yes, the bottles are coming, and we are happy. Menu paka where the Guinness, the Shandy, and the Malta bottles. Pity free. Yes, continue mene se bouteille la bière one free, but where are the Guinness, the Shandy, and the Malta? Même conseil la bière, every 24 empty $6, and every full crate is $10. Will I oye? Under the potager, in the storeroom, under the cellar, under a step, in the drain, the grass, the highways, the byways. Find them with you, and bring them in. Bring the empty ones, and get your money.
Courts must be crazy. Courts mad again. Courts must be crazy. You can't complain. It's madness. And Courts during the month of March, huge savings up to 50% off and pay nothing for 60 days. Visit a Courts store near you for pure madness. Look out for crazy deals up to 50% off and you pay nothing for 60 days. The man over. Only at Courts. So miss it will be pure madness. Courts must be crazy. What? Courts must be mad. Oh, you mean Courts must be crazy? Courts mad again. Courts bringing value home.
Nature Island Cruise 951 on Live 95. Every day, Monday to Friday, exploring the sights, sounds, happening talk on the blocks, healthy lifestyles, and culture of Dominica. Enjoy daily giveaways of valuable products and services from leading businesses on the Nature Island of the Caribbean. Stay locked and immerse yourself in the breathtaking views from above the undulating hills and valleys, and in the magnificent marine adventures beneath our Caribbean Sea. All this and more on Nature Island Cruise 951 on Live 95, only on the big station. Get a taste of the enchanting Creole and indigenous cuisine and lifestyles of the charming people of Dominica. Experience the dynamic rhythms of our culture, music, and entertainment, our vibrant, unique niche agribusiness products, our refreshing range of colorful flowers, and the fabulous foliage in our horticulture. Explore the prolific life-sustaining values of our natural foods, herbal teas, spices, and medicines. All this and more on Nature Island Cruise 951. Every day, Monday to Friday, only on Q95, the big station.
Why are you so concerned, Mr. Linton, about this new piece of legislation coming to Parliament?
Good afternoon, Matt Peltier. Good afternoon to the people of Concord and Marigot. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Brave, courageous people of Salisbury who will unfortunately spend Christmas.
I know you were free. KFC is the place to be.
Get your $10 fill-up at KFC. Choose from any 2 of our $10 fill-up deal. 1-piece chicken, 1 fries, 1 biscuit and a drink. Or try 4 pieces of hot or barbecue wings. 1 biscuit, 1 fry, and a drink for only $10. Only at KFC.
KFC. I know you were free. KFC is the place to be.
Like us on Facebook. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's be cool. ISA Trading Limited introduces world-famous TCL brand split-type air conditioning units. Innovative, attractive, affordable, featuring quiet operation, LED display, automatic power off, auto restart, auto protection, independent dehumidification, high efficient internal thread copper pipe, timer mode, and more. Available in 9,000 BTU, 12,000 BTU, 18,000 BTU, 24,000 BTU and 36,000 BTU. Prices as low as $1,255.50. Installation and servicing is available. Get cool today at unbeatable prices with TCL brand air conditioners from ESA Trading Limited. Contact us on the Canefield Highway, telephone number 449-3636 or 106 Independence Street in Roseau, telephone number 440-9370.
There I was, lying on a white sand beach, a cool umbrella drink in my hand, and a plate of delicious island cuisine, listening to the gentle sound of the waves. Okay, I was in my backyard, sitting in my kid's swimming pool, listening to the blues and eating pretzels. But my dream is about to become a reality with the help of Fast Cash. I got an incredible rate on a personal loan. And get this, now I've automatically got a chance to win a staycation for two. So hurry into Fast Cash because the offer ends April 12th. See you on the beach. Oh, and if you listen carefully, you can hear the island voices singing too.
That's the smarter, better.
Terms and conditions apply.
There's a geopolitical discussion taking place on the multiplicity of issues, and no human being should be left out. Your economy, your health, your education, your quality of life, your environment, your rights, your politics. Politics, a new dynamic program hosted by talk show personality Angelo Allen, every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Your Tuesday nights will never be the same.
Right on cue, right on cue, right on cue, right on cue.
Q Soul to Soul Gospel. Wake up to the delightful sound of soothing, inspirational gospel music every Sunday morning on Q95, the big station. Get your gentle wake-up call every Sunday morning from 6 a.m. and stay locked until 10 a.m. for your favorite, beautiful, inspirational Sunday morning gospel music. Start your Sunday right with Soul to Soul Gospel. Call us and request a song at 767-449-3095. 3096 and 3097 or 767-616-4257 or 305-432-9624. Blessings for all in the family on Q every Sunday morning. Tune in for your Soul to Soul Gospel only on your gospel music station. Only on Q95, the big station. The Q family is growing every day. We are targeting 1 million listeners, and we are getting there. We reached the maximum of 5,000 friends allowed on Facebook long ago. But you can like Q95 right now on Facebook and on the Facebook pages of each of our dynamic live-to-air shows and programs, and get instant notifications and feeds from our constant breaking news, dynamic interviews, and our informative, educational, and entertaining programs and shows. It's so easy. Log on to Q95FMradio.com every day. Click on the Facebook icon on our homepage and like us. Link up with us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Google Chat, and LinkedIn, and listen to our podcasts. Which of the Q95 Facebook subpages of your favorite shows and programs will be the first to reach 100,000 likes? Your guess will be as good as mine, but you can help make it happen. Log on to Q95FMradio.com today and every day. Like our Facebook subpages of your favorite shows like Rise and Shine, The Hot Seat, The Morning Drive, Easy Rock 951, Nature Isle Cruise, Power Drive, Youth on Q, Healthy Lifestyles, Kids on Q, Politics, Sports Rap, Creole Sioux Q, The Quiet Side of Q, Island Rhythms, Caribbean Cruise, Q Exposure, The Big Link Up, Weekly Headlines, Quiet Whispers, Q Classic Gold Flashbacks, Soul to Soul Gospel, and more. Log on to Q95FMradio.com right now and like us on all of our Facebook pages. Let's get the Q family to reach 100,000 likes on Facebook. Let's make it happen. Call our sales office at 767-448-5822. Tune in to Q95 and Q95FMradio.com or TuneInRadio.com Q95 and listen. Call our live on-air shows at 767-449-3095, 3096, and 3097. If you are overseas, call 305-439-9624 or simply send us a text to 795. Stay on top of what's hot and happening as it happens, when it happens, only on the big station, only on Q95. Right on Q.
Why are you so concerned, Mr. Linton, about this new piece of legislation coming to Parliament?
Good afternoon, Matt Peltier. Good afternoon to the people of Concord.
Why are you so concerned, Mr. Linton, about this new piece of legislation coming to Parliament?
Good afternoon, Matt Peltier. Good afternoon to the people of Concord and Marigot. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Brave, courageous people of Salisbury who will unfortunately spend Christmas under the dark. Scepter of state.
The Q family is growing every day. We are targeting 1 million listeners, and we are getting there. We reached the maximum of 5,000 friends allowed on Facebook long ago. But you can like Q95 right now on Facebook and on the Facebook pages of each of our dynamic live-to-air shows and programs, and get instant notifications and feeds from our constant breaking news, dynamic interviews, and our informative, educational, and entertaining programs and shows. It's so easy. Log on to Q95FMradio.com every day.
Good afternoon, Dominica. Good afternoon. There's a big meeting planned on Thursday, but before Thursday, there's on tonight another big meeting in Bathurst State. The power up for that area is Mr. Joshua Francis. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, Matt, and good afternoon to your listeners here and abroad. A special good afternoon to the Roseville constituency.
Yes, I'm hearing a big meeting is planned for Bathurst State tonight, Blue City.
Yes, that is correct, Matt. The Team Dominica United Workers Party will converge on Lime Street sometime this evening. I think it's at 7 p.m. to continue to enlighten, inspire, and empower our people in the people's movement to change and sanitize.
But you'll be speaking tonight, I'm sure.
I will be speaking. I'm the parliamentary representative elect for the people and by the people of the Roseville constituency, and as such, I'm obligated to speak to the people in the movement to further empower and inspire Dominicans to sanitize and change the governance on the island.
Of course, we'll be hearing a lot of talk about election. That may be soon, we're being told. But we're hearing from the opposition, no election without reform. What is your position on that as the MP for that area?
Well, Matt, I do not want to necessarily give my personal view on that. You have heard from the leader of the United Workers Party, and he has provided the party's position. And as a member of the United Workers Party, I will speak and stand by the party's position. But as a parliamentary representative of the Roseville constituency, our people are focused. And our focus basically is to move in improving the lives and quality or standard of living of the people of Roseville and Dominica by extension. So anything that stands in the way of development, anything that stands in the way of the improvement of the lives of Dominicans, I, Joshua Francis, definitely will be there. And that is why I am asking all patriots, whether United Workers Party supporters, Freedomites, labor rights, any and every right-thinking people who want a betterment in the quality of life in Dominica to join the movement. It's a very serious movement.
What are the issues that will be addressed tonight?
Excuse me?
What are the issues that you will address tonight?
Well, Matt, to be sincere with you, I don't always plan to speak, When I get there, whatever the Spirit of God gives me in my tongue to address my people, so shall I speak. Because as I've always said to the nation, my steps are ordered by the Lord. I'm doing God's work. So I'm not going there premeditated to speak on the issues. The Spirit of God will guide me, and I will speak to the people as it is deemed fit by the Lord.
We're hearing a lot of talk of election and the possible participation of Joshua Francis in any election that will be called for the opposition. What is your position on that? Tell us clearly.
Matt, I'm not too sure I understand the question. It's a little bit ambiguous. Is it possible to state the question?
Basically, the question is, will you participate in any election that will be called?
Well, Matt, tomorrow is not mine. But nonetheless, as we speak, I am committed to the people of the Rosasol constituency. I entered the political arena not for a sprint, but for a marathon. And I'm enduring till the end. Until I see a betterment in Dominica, I will not stop giving and lending my support to all patriots, including the leader, the Honorable Leader of the United Workers' Party, Team Dominica, Honorable Lennox Lincoln. I am in a movement, and I will lend and contribute my support in any way to ensure that we have a change of government.
I'll tell you why I'm asking the question, Joshua. I listened to a recent Labour Party meeting, and some supporter, if you will, a constituent was asking whether, Joshua Francis is still involved in the political process.
Well, clearly, Matt, I'm still involved. I'm not resigned. Of course, there were a few persons who called for my resignation, and that is behind me. Obviously, I did not resign, and I have no intention to resign. I'm a member of Parliament elected for the people of the Rosasol constituency. I have a job which is beyond politics, and I am committed and dedicated to my job, and that is to improve lives.
And that's just what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing. I'm meeting with the people. I'm assisting them in whatever way I can, whether it's in the area of health, education, physically, renovation of their houses, and more importantly, bringing this spirit of love and community with them, because I think that the governance of Dominica has not only corrupted the system, not only it has endangered our clean environment, not only it has failed the young people, but it has also been very divisive, hence undermining the family. And when the family is undermined, by extension, society crumbles. So we are in a national crisis, and I'm calling on every Dominican, irrespective of religion or political color, to stand up for what is right. After all, we're in the Lent season, which means that a number of people are going before the altar and calling on God. I'm asking that the national conscience be awakened and people rise up from the north to the south and from the east to the west against the type of governance we have had in Dominica. It is a governance of trickery, it's a governance of deception, it's a governance of evil. And the time has come for that type of governance is to step aside.
All right, I imagine we'll be looking forward to hearing you tonight at Bath Estate when the opposition meets there at about 7 o'clock.
That is correct, and I'm inviting every Dominican, because right now it's not about party colors. This movement is greater than Team Dominica United Workers' Party. This is a people's movement, and I'm asking for every Dominican to come out in large numbers at Bath Estate and tomorrow at Pottersville and at Lago, where a number of patriots, including members of United Workers' Party, will continue to address, enlighten, educate, and empower the people. Because what we need is a trend, is a movement to inspire, to open eyes, to remove that veil over the eyes of the weak and the oppressed, so that we will get into the majority and we will get that change when the time is necessary. In the meanwhile, I'm asking Dominicans to wait on the Lord, be patient, and to do what they have to do. Everybody should try to be a disciple. Go out there and convince a brother or a sister that we need a change. And that change will come.
You seem very confident about that, Joshua Francis.
Excuse me? Pardon?
I say you seem very confident about that, Joshua.
Well, my confidence is in the Lord, man. Roosevelt Skerritt was in my constituency yesterday. He went to Lubia. He made a number of promises, and that's not anything new. He's using the power of money to keep his power. But there comes a time, as you know, the good book says there's a time for everything. There's a time to smile, there's a time to laugh, there's a time to be born, a time to die, a time to be in power, and a time to be out of power. And the time is at hand when Roosevelt Skerritt, the Prime Minister of Dominica, will no longer be Prime Minister. And he is aware of that. The Prime Minister is aware that his power is weakened. He's a shaken Prime Minister. And it's just a matter of time. It is not my place to say at which hour. Only the Father in heaven knows the hour. But I know that Roosevelt Skerritt, the Prime Minister of Dominica, is shaky. He's weak. His power is on the decline. And Joshua Francis, Lennox Lincoln, among other patriots, in Dominica will continue relentlessly to ensure that type of rotten and crooked and perverse governance be out of the way.
You seem very adamant about it. You call them a pervert government, and always it appears that you believe that his days are numbered.
Well, Matt, I have no doubt about that. His government is a crooked government. In Dominica has a lot of confusion. You look at the police department confusion. public servants, confusion. Among the young people, the young population, confusion. This is a type of government that has led a lot of confusion on the island, and that is why we have to straighten the path. And the only way to straighten the path in Dominica is to remove the Roosevelt-led government, and the people are on the rise. Everywhere I go, which I normally do, I go throughout the island and I speak to people, whether it's in the Kalinago territory, whether it's in Grand Bay, whether it's in Portsmouth, right in Decals, the constituency of the Prime Minister. More people are coming to realization that this Prime Minister is crooked and his time has come.
Joshua Francis will be talking to you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, Matt.
All right, good. Of course, you know what today is. Today is Tuesday. And we usually turn the talk around on a Tuesday afternoon. My favorite friend is already in the house. We'll give her a few more minutes to settle down. We'll come back. I think last week we spoke, or the week before we spoke, about whether your other half should have access to your phone. We'll continue. We will.
There's a geopolitical discussion taking place on the multiplicity of issues, and no human being should be left out. Your economy, your health, your education, your quality of life, your environment, your rights, your politics. Politics, a new dynamic program hosted by talk show personality Angelo Allen. Every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Your Tuesday nights will never be the same.
Rumors floating around, huh? Election very soon around the corner. We're hearing that the Labour Party chief may have resigned on the cover, calling his next in line, you know? The stories. We continue talking until we get to the social part of it. Good afternoon, hello. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, how are you, Mom?
I'm fine.
Okay.
No, I just want to tell Joshua I'm 100% behind him.
Okay.
I'm his supporter. I'm the Rosa South.
Rosa South constituents.
Be strong and of good courage.
All right, thank you.
Lord, and always remember God, because anything God is in, I am in it. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?
I agree with you.
He gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might, He increases strength.
Thank you. Let's take another phone call. Hello.
Yes, Matt, good afternoon. Dominicans come out in large numbers. Come out in large numbers to send a message and say enough is enough to dictatorship in this country. That nonsense must come to a halt. And it is time we stop talking and take the bull by the horn and ask Kerry and his administration to go failing to go. They will suffer the consequences. Thank you.
Hello. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. All right, we're opening the line there for a few more minutes and we'll lock it up. Hello, talk to me. 449-3095. Are you the caller?
Yes, my brother. Good day, man.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, good, fine, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'm just calling that the Dominican Liberation Movement will be at that rally tomorrow, and we are calling, lending support to that major protest tomorrow night. So we are calling on all our members and all our brothers and sisters to follow us at that rally tomorrow evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, too. 449-3095-9697. Hello.
Hi, Matt.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Matt, do you believe, I heard you talking about
I heard there was a big meeting in Bible State tonight.
whatever. Do you believe we supposed to take part, to participate in an election if we don't want to?
Well,
Can
this,
the opposition take a stand and don't
well,
participate?
the leader has made it clear, no election without reform.
Very well, so that's what I'm driving at.
Thank you very much. Hello. Somebody's on the telephone.
Yes, but my Belgian, what's going on?
How you doing, man? Good to hear you.
Likewise, man. I scored this. You see, I talked to you last weekend when we met.
Yes.
You gotta be good to your brother. All right.
You have to be on guard.
Yes, my brother. With that cell phone thing, let's leave that for another time. We got a bigger issue to take care of that virus.
You tell me what you want to talk about.
Huh?
You tell me what you want to talk about.
Benjamin, we have bigger issue.
I am telling you. You tell me what you want to talk about, my friend.
All right, let's talk about removing that Labour Party on Ireland, bury them 12 feet deep so we no more have to see their existence again on Ireland. That's our bigger issue. There's a virus in the island. Thank you.
Okay, we're taking another phone call. Hello.
Good afternoon, Matt. How are you?
Hey.
I missed you.
Miss me, I miss you too.
Okay, all the way with Joshua Francis.
All right, you
And
support.
enough is enough.
All right, so I imagine that we'll see you in the numbers in Bible State and tomorrow night in Goodwell and Lagon. Hello.
Matt, good afternoon to you, son, your listener.
How are you, my brother?
Matt, the country was suffering from mastitis
Hepatitis. All right, that's a new one.
for the past week.
Okay.
But thanks to Thompson for holding on for you.
Yeah, man, Thompson did a great job.
Yes. Matthias, let me tell you, by the chief Carbon, his letter denying the opposition
the protest
to walk through the cities of Roseau has basically given the people the impetus to move even stronger. And I am telling Mr. Carbon, Mr. Blackmore, the Skerrit, and this regime that, my friend, what you all don't want to see in all your yard, it will be right under all your bed. And make no bones about it. Skerrit had said was 400. But I can tell Mr. Skerrit, tomorrow there will be at least 5,000 people in town chanting the phrase of the day, Skerrit and this regime must go. Matt, enough said for now, in the interest of time and your other callers. Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, and we'll take another phone call. Hello, talk to me.
Hi, Matt.
Good to you. How are you?
I'm very well. Look, I wanted to make the same recommendation I've made before.
Which is what?
We ought to have a panel discussion and invite Mr. Tony Astafan and someone like Barry Barrott on one side, and perhaps Thompson Fontaine and Joshua Francis on the other side, have a public discussion about these issues that are going on in the country. I think it would be more impactful to do so than to have Q95 on one side saying his thing, Kyrie FM on the other side saying his thing. I don't think that...
You heard the popular phrase about when cock grows good teeth?
Well, it's like having a CNN kind of panel discussion.
My brother, our public is not mature enough for that. Hello, talk to me. I've been doing that long enough to know.
Yes, good afternoon, Matt. Matt, I thought you'd be playing some of the excerpt of the how you call that, the news this afternoon of Skerrit from Pishley. I thought you'd be playing that this afternoon.
Ma'am, I was not in Pishley last night, okay? And I'm not aware of what went on in Pishley. Matt Pelty can be everywhere, you know. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, good afternoon.
How are you?
Matt, welcome back. Matt, we certainly miss you and we are glad you are back in the house.
Good to be back.
Yes, Matt. And Matt, it would be very remiss of me not to speak to my Dominican people at this time, Matt.
Okay.
Many a times, you know, I personally think I'm not intrusive. But let me get away from all the salutation. Matt, I want to agree with one of your callers who said, let us not discuss telephone. I totally agree with that, Matt. Matt, Dominica is not a normal country.
Well, let me just answer you right away. Dominica is made up of different publics, okay? You are concerned about one thing now, you may be concerned about another thing tomorrow. It is not always about, you know, what you believe, okay? Thank you very much. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon, Matt.
How are you doing?
Not too bad.
Good.
I think Dominican people, good afternoon, Dominican.
Yes.
I think Dominican people got to at least keep their eyes and their ears open to the two pieces of legislation that the Attorney General was speaking about. You need to fight against this legislation.
Well, can you name that for us too? For the ignorance of the public, some people might not know what you're talking about.
There is two pieces of legislation that the Attorney General spoke about some time ago concerning the rioting. It is going to be similar to the legislation that was passed and the Freedom Party fight against. I think the people of Dominica, the ears should be open and do not allow the government to go to the House of Assembly and pass those legislations because it's going to be detrimental.
I'll tell you one thing about Parliament as we speak. They are in the majority. So if there's a big yes, then you'll have legislation. If there is a mix, then, you know, there may be a mix. But if there's a no, the no is in the minority all the time. All right? Thank you very much.
Yes, Matthew.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something. The people of Dominica is in the majority, not the government.
Okay, so we've seen that for the past 17 years. How has it worked?
Yes, Matthew. But remember that Dominica belongs to Dominicans.
We all agree with that, but have we seen that happening in the past 17 years? The people, you know, have spoken.
The government has been doing things to people, and we saw exactly what happened in St. Joseph on the 20th, that a guy is an Adventist, and he was buried in St. Joseph Roman Catholic Church. So these are things that we are going to be saying, and we cannot tolerate those things and take it anymore.
When you speak of we, all right, you must be speaking of the majority. And do you think that you have the majority as we speak? Hello. There's some things you have to be dealing with. Hello, talk to me.
Matt.
Yes, sir.
I was listening to Jerry Louis and you cut him off. That is not good enough.
No. I think you're misinterpreting what happened to Jerry. Okay, he was asking a question, I answered the question, and we move on. Thank you very much. Hello.
Yes, Matt. Welcome back.
Hey, good to be back. Good to be back.
Okay, that caller, he was making a valid point. Okay, he's on the outside looking in.
He was talking about the people.
Yeah, he's on point. Yes, the leading party right now is in majority, but they have to first get into Parliament to pass any laws. So we say to stop them before they get into that building.
All right, thank you very much. The people will decide all the time, every time. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mark.
How are you, sir?
Not too bad, and welcome back.
Good to be back.
Yes, man. I was missing you.
Miss you too.
Yes, Mr. Mark, it is high time, as I always tell you, on the block. Mr. Mark, it is high time. Yes, they have majority, but we are lacking because if they have free quota, remember, if you have a bottle and this free quota, it's still missing a quarter to full. So it's a bottle, so the quota can perform. What's wrong? Look, I hearing the chief of police saying right now he's not going to give police protection. We don't need police protection. For that matter, first day, Friday morning can take us in the street. We are on our bodyguard to make sure we don't going to take that enough more make already, and right now money left. I hear they coming up in my village tomorrow. Tell them come up with some money. But it's not money we want. It's not geoforma we want. We only want the Prime Minister and his whole cabinet. Not piece of the cabinet, you know. Whole cabinet outside. And then to go back to the drawing board and put Dominica for generation and generation to live in that island we cannot take again. Thank you. Have a pleasant afternoon.
Have a pleasant afternoon. We're taking our final call for the afternoon on this issue of the politics. Hello, politics of the day.
But you did not listen to me. I was trying to explain something to you, and you just tell me you couldn't be everywhere at the same time. I wasn't telling you what you should be in Pishley. I was telling you about what Skerrit was saying in Pishley.
Oh, ma'am, I didn't hear. I was not in Pishley. Go ahead.
No, it was in the news.
Okay, well, I didn't listen to the news, ma'am.
On Q95.
Okay, all right.
Asking if you could speak on that, like play it and let us speak about it.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, we'll try to inquire. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, boy. Hello, talk to me. Hello.
Hello, my brother.
Hey, Sabat.
Okay, yeah, it was not 50%, but why is they calling on the Prime Minister to move out and his cabinet? I am now calling on the Prime Minister because money is there. I need him to give Harlem. You know Sol Manuel and them? That organization, Harlem Club. I need at least $70,000 for the children. We use that into basketball, netball, football, and etc.
So you want more money invested in Newtown. Thank you very much, Mr. Joshua. You may have to speak to that as a PAL rep. Kathy, it's very controversial, but we'll keep speaking. We'll keep speaking. We have another 20 minutes, that is? Kathy, I'm going to introduce a subject here that's a little way beyond what we expected this afternoon, but you're usually good. How prevalent is sexual harassment at the workplace?
It becomes just the moment women who also harass men have.
Let's talk about percentages there. We're taking 10%, right?
I cannot talk percentages. I don't got the figures. I'm a quality person.
Okay.
I need to have stats and data if I want to give
But
percentages.
you just said that women are involved as well in sexual harassment.
Yes, women are involved. There is no doubt that some.
What is sexual harassment, though? What would you refer to as sexual harassment?
Is to me, you can look up the formal definition.
I'm going to check. I'm going to help you.
To put it up in context with regards to our culture. You know, our culture is a very
something that we will
culture,
accept here.
Right. So to me, I believe that sexual advances and sexual harassment is anything that's unwanted by one party or the other. So if you make a move on me, or you make a comment to me, or you touched me and it's not wanted, or you invade my space, what I consider my space, and it's not wanted, and I tell you that it is sexual harassment, and I have. If you kiss me on without asking, that is sexual harassment. If you put a bribe or kind of put a, how would I say it? I have to do something to get a promotion, or I have to do something for you to keep my job. That right, to keep or to get. That's sexual harassment. I mean, if you look at the issues with Bill Cosby, a lot of the women who accused him of sexual harassment are young actors who were on the ladder climbing up. Now, a lot of it, then they came out years later and said that was sexual harassment. They may have thought that they did not have an option at the time. But I believe there's always an option. We can always find an option because this is a serious situation at workplaces.
But let's be real. Here's a young lady that really struggling to pay her bills and take care of her children, and she gets into the situation where somebody might sexually harass her, if you will, for a job.
She would take it.
She would take it.
She would take it.
That's real.
That's real. That is reality. How do I feed my children? You have $150 in your pocket. You have 3 children, or even 1, but you have the rent and you have electricity to pay. You have the internet to pay, and these things are not luxuries anymore. Right now, the children need internet for their schoolwork and then for them to advance. So I am seeing it very easy for someone to submit to such kind of treatment. So what do? They need to feed their children. In all parents, especially a woman's mind, is like a chicken feeding a hen feeding her chicks. Your children need to get fed. We would leave
in other words, you don't have a choice.
Some of us may feel, a situation like that you do not have a choice. You get in $300 a month. The rent is $500. You have a choice. You have a choice.
We're talking a real situation here. 4493095. We're talking on Tuesday. We discuss social issues, real issues. We're talking about sexual harassment in the workplace. Cassie is now saying that some women doesn't have a choice. They
may feel they don't have a choice. But as I said earlier, I always believe there's a choice. And if we do not pursue the options of the choices, or if we feel that there is no light in the tunnel, then we will submit to that situation where we feel we do not have a choice, and then we submit to situations like that.
All right, let's see if we can get some help here. Are you there, Mom?
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Mom.
Matt, welcome back, man.
Good to be back. How you doing?
Boy, you were busy by 71,000.
Thank you.
But let me tell you something. You see, this lady you have been talking to with her, I try to follow her trend, every time. But, I can't pick her up.
Well, that's a good thing. The fact that you can't follow her trend, I think she's being very objective.
No, let me tell you something.
All right, tell me.
Hey, to be honest with you, I cannot understand this lady at all. Because to me, what she speaks is the opposite of what she should have been saying.
No, that's her opinion. You cannot tell her what to say. That's what a professional is. You can't always predict where you think that person or what you think that is going to... Because I think you're doing a good job. If people can't follow you in terms of your professionality...
I think what we are used to in our culture and in Dominica, that somebody takes a side.
Right.
And regardless of what my personal side is, if we're talking about issues and what is present or not, I may be a different person. I may be stronger than somebody else. I may be weaker than somebody else. So if I am faced with sexual harassment on the job, I may choose to leave and walk out and look for something alternative or look for the opportunity within my problem. Somebody else may not be as strong as I and submit to it. So I cannot say that every woman will do it, and neither can I say that every woman won't. So,
but you wouldn't consider a woman being weak if she accepts these moves on her because she's trying to get an objective?
With behaviors and organizational behavior and our own emotions, we are so multifaceted in terms of what constitutes, what our makeup, why we behave the way we behave, that no general situation fits, or I would say one glove fits all. It doesn't. Some persons might submit to it because of their need for feeling loved, for their need for feeling attention. Some people have never had people give them attention before. The boss making a move on them, they feel good because they feel they are the best in the department. Another person...
Hold that up there. Let me take a phone call. Are you there, caller? Good afternoon.
Yeah, I think the phone program is also a good program as well, because...
But let's hear your point.
Some of the time because even yesterday I went to a business place.
Okay.
And here it is that I am sitting, waiting for my turn. And when I stood up and I looked, I saw the person on their telephone. So
you mean a woman or a man?
A woman.
Okay.
And so I think while some people desperate for the political talk, I think if we are all about fixing Dominica and bringing change about, I think all this is part of.
You see, politics is not the only problem in Dominica.
Exactly.
All right, caller, thank you. Let's move on to the next call. Hello. Yeah, sir.
Matt, the morality of the issue. What do you think about our police singing a song at 7:30 in the morning, talking about a woman who give them wine and whiskey and wrestle them down in a cellar, let her...
Repeat that question because I'm not following you.
I'm wondering about it, Matt.
All right, thank you very well. Keep wondering, my brother. There are many things you can wonder about. This is just one of them. I didn't follow your trend of thought there, but anyway, as I said, I'm one who always respects people's opinion. You may differ. We always have to agree to disagree. We're talking sexual harassment in the workplace, whether it's prevalent. Kathy made the point earlier that sometimes women do not have the choice. Sometimes women accept it or tolerate it because they try to prove a point. Hello.
Hey, Matt, you know what I expected you to ask me a while ago?
No, you expect me to ask it.
Give me a chance to
I'm giving you a chance, but I'm saying, but you expect me to ask a question. Go ahead.
What I expected you to have asked me is why I made that statement.
Okay, so go ahead.
You didn't ask me. I find that was very unfair.
No.
Yes,
You can't ask me what question to ask you. You may expect me to ask a question of you that I don't, but of course you can make the point. Hello.
Matt.
Yes?
I find you behaving badly since you come back.
I'm putting you in your place because you want to talk about politics, and I don't want to talk about politics in the last 15 minutes. I've said that very clear. That's not behaving bad. That's not accepting what you want me to accept and push your own agenda. Hello.
Yes, Matt.
How are you?
I'm doing great, Matt, and I'm blessed. Good afternoon to you.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm good. Matt, earlier on, I heard your guest spoke about this whole question of you don't have a choice. Matt, let me tell your guest that yes, there is a choice, Matt. You need a woman to stand her ground. Likewise, a man should stand his ground, Matt, because there is hope. And there is hope in the Lord, Matt. Thank you very much.
All right, so, a lot of us, Kathy, can use the Lord for excuse a lot of times, hoping that he would always be there to save us. Yes.
Correction to the callers, so I didn't say the person do not have a choice. I said that they may perceive there is no choice.
Oh, this.
Because I myself always believe there is a choice. We have to be the problems. I am not being judgmental, but one of the things I find as a Christian that we are very judgmental of other people.
We claim not to be.
We are very, very judgmental, and that has caused a lot of people to leave churches as well. I mean, I also was faced with that kind of judgmental attitude when I just came back to Dominica.
After your studies, okay.
No, I had moved out of Dominica for a time when I came back with my kids, and I moved churches because of it. And we tend to feel we are to have some level of superiority over people who are quote unquote a little bit weaker than us.
Okay.
Not everybody have the faith that we do. Not everybody, and we have to be realistic. It's not about, you don't have no faith in God. Well, why don't you hold my hand? Because the Bible also speaks to, when I was in prison, did you come and visit me? When I had no clothes, did you give me a cloak? When I had no food, did you feed me?
That's what Christianity is about.
That is what Christianity is about. So when we stand up outside and, so that person that may be being affected by sexual harassment or they cannot feed their families, as a Christian, have you approached that person and asked them if they need any help? Right now we have become a very quote-unquote Americanized, very I culture. Before, You could go by your neighbor and get some salt if you have more. Now would you go? No, because you don't want your neighbor to go and tell people they give you anything. So you stay and you swallow your pride and you dress up nice and you leave your house and you go outside and you submit to sexual harassment because you wouldn't say anything and the man wouldn't say anything because you need the money to feed your children and he needs his pleasure. And you die because that is not who you are as a person and that's not your value. It doesn't say that the person is weak. It doesn't say that the woman is minimized as a person. They themselves are feeling beaten up and battered about it. But to them, they see no alternative. This is what we're talking about.
Let's continue taking phone calls. I'm getting a lot of blows. I love when I get blows. Hello, talk to me.
I'm going to give you a blow, but I'm going to say something there.
All right, go ahead.
It's our thing women, some of us women doing, taking men to court for sexually harassing them and accepting money as part of that. To me, if you take a man to court for sexual harassment and you know he did it, you should allow him to go to jail and spend time in jail. Why take money from him for that? Why sue him? That's a form of prostitution. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
I think you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. If I taking someone to court is based on my values system and saying I am valued as a woman, you're making a statement. Compromising that and taking a settlement says that you are putting a price on your value. So I totally agree with what the woman, the caller, talking about right now.
There's one song that I will play this time as we wrap it up in the afternoon. Hello. I know, Kathy, I'm chastised on social media this afternoon because of the way I cut off some people. You know, when they get, accustomed to you, they feel it.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
Thank you very much. All right. Hello, talk to me. Huh? Yes.
You always cut me off, but that's okay. You change that day because sometimes people should be allowed to give their views. But what I'm saying, I think that sometimes when we speak, we have to come with alternatives because I lost a big post. I lost my place.
Okay.
When over a time, I was in a world with plenty men, and a lot of them wanted to play up with me, even if they were married. And sometimes I would try to preach to them and let them know that even if I would like a man, but I don't go around like that. I like to be decent, and I cannot. And there was a manager who came there drunk in front of everybody. He is a man I spoke to in private, and I said him, please don't do me that because I know your wife. I cannot allow that kind of relationship. And he came to my place drunk, and I cursed him. But you see, I learned because sometimes when you lose your temper, your right becomes wrong. And so I became a very aggressive person because I learned to fight, but I fought in the wrong way.
Okay.
But I'm telling the sister that sometimes it's better you lose than to give up your soul. Because if you talk about, you kind of pacify in the society when you talk about the woman to have a choice or something like that. We should be a little more assertive and bring alternatives and don't accept the situation and say because it is like that, she will go there. No. She has to fight to the end with prayers behind her. And she has to make sure that if she loses today, it's because she has a greater victory tomorrow. So she might lose her job because a man, she don't have sex with a man. But if she's in prayer, trust me, there's something coming for her.
So we don't have to give up because we have children and we have a $50 and a man playing with us, and so we don't have a choice. We have a choice. The Almighty is our choice, first and foremost.
Cafe, this topic is so broad. I'm even getting blows from my mom too.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, people keep on saying I let me make it abundantly clear from the first thing I said. People do have a choice.
Right.
If I can just rely on myself, I use a lot of my personal examples. I had a situation where I had to make a decision. It wasn't in terms of sexual harassment, but it was in terms of me, my value as a person, and I had to make a decision if I was going to stay in a situation or if I was going to leave, and I chose to leave. And 2016 was a very trying year, but as the lady said, with prayer and everything else, you see your way through with a lot of support. Let me emphasize again, it's not all women who have that level of support or who have that level of strength. We need to be realistic in our society, and I believe that is one of the reasons why some people are afraid to come out and ask for help. But she spoke about we need to give alternatives, and there is an alternative. That's why Getaway Holistic Center is there, to help young women and to help people to learn life skills, to develop more value, and not to develop more value because we all have value as women and as people, but to accept your value within yourself and become strong, and to become stronger persons to be able to stand up for yourself. So there are options and there are alternatives that we can achieve, we can pursue.
But Kathy, I know we can talk and talk and talk and talk. Now the phones are going off the hook. I think it's time, the women speak out. And somebody said, Matt, I am so happy that you're having this subject because people like me can't speak. And I have people to speak for me. All right? So we'll be back next Tuesday, 1:30 right here on Talk on the Block. You might be upset, but I love it. I love you more when you get upset.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you.
And have a good week.
All right, good.
It's what you seek, it's what you find. You don't seek, you find. It's what you seek, that's what you find.